feel like Keyshawn will be able to go Thursday or
You
Saturday?
know, he practiced yesterday, today. The last 2 weeks, he's been doing a lot of individual stuff. I hope he'll be available for a few minutes. Yep.
Just the impact of Kuznard being back too.
Big. That was big. Jermaine did a nice job and gave us another ball handler. Took a little of the pressure off Will to handle the ball all the time. So, and his defensive awareness is very good because of his experience. So, I thought he did a good job.
Is he still on a minutes restriction this week?
I messed up. Felt really bad about that afterwards. Brennan got in foul trouble, and I went brain dead and forgot that I started in the second half. And so I just got to be a little bit more careful with that. And, but, I'll talk to Clay and see what he and the doctors feel like on those guys. So probably be game time, how many minutes they'll be able to play.
Do you look to get Jermaine into the starting lineup now that you've got him?
I don't know. We'll see how things go tomorrow, and I don't know if we'll change things yet. But he's obviously someone that is playing really well, and I'm not sure it's important who starts. It's more important who finishes. So we're going to have a lot of close games, I feel like, down the stretch here. So we've got to figure out a lineup that can really close games.
Regardless of the exact combinations of starts, how important is it with these guys back now, Dana, to see the results change in terms of three-point shooting? That the idea of when you get them back that it would be there, well, there's only kind of one direction to
go. It's got to improve, but Jermaine's played 2 games. It's not going to – and Keyshawn hasn't played in, 6-7 weeks now. So, it's not like turning on a light switch. It'll take some time, but we do have to shoot the ball better. It doesn't take much to figure that out. We got to shoot free throws better. We got to shoot threes better. We're not shooting the ball very well, and we're going to have to shoot it better. There's no doubt.
Someone like Luke, what's allowed him to kind of develop so much over the past year and actually find a role in this team?
He stayed with it, and he's been patient. He had a good practice today. Been a little inconsistent, as a lot of our guys have been. We're looking for a little consistency from everyone, and but he's made progress, and he's done some good things.
Dana, back to the three-point shooting. Are you happy primarily with the shots that people are taking, and they're just missing good looks? Or
well, I've said it before. Our guys are a little optimistic. Some of them are open for a reason. They have scouting reports too, and so. I thought we took too many the other day. Utah, because Dante was 6 for 7, and should have had 20 points. He had 17, and we got the ball inside to Khalil a little bit into Nate. They were worried about our inside game, and we had some good looks at threes. We just didn't knock enough of them down. But we've got stats now. We played half our season. Guys got to play to their strengths. It's a fine line, telling the guy, when to shoot it, when not to shoot it. But after practice, which we chart everything, and 16 games, some numbers are pretty obvious. And, you got to play to your strengths. And our strength right now is not shooting the three. We're getting some good looks. But we've got to do a lot better job knocking them down.
He's vastly improved from last season. ASU is just, what's the difference this year for
defensively? They're really good. Defensively, their activity is good. They're not shooting it much better than we are, but defensively they've been pretty good, and they've won some close games.
Is there an argument to actually go bigger against them because of both the defense and they've got quite a bit of size, particularly with Warren in there in the center, 7-footer?
Warren plays good. They usually have one big. Their 4-man's, more mobile than big. So, I don't know if we'll change anything we're doing. We'll try some different combinations, but I'm not sure which way, is going to be more effective. It'd be very challenging because they do have a number of guys that will shoot threes. Their numbers aren't much better than ours, but they do have a number of guys that will shoot it.
What makes him so effective as a passer, Dana? Because I think in conference play, especially, I think he might lead them in assists per game, and that's kind of rare for a 7-footer. Your team was shooting 21% from three in conference.
They, pop out, and he's at the top of the key. They run some of the pair stuff and split stuff that he's got the ball at the top. And, he has made some good passes. He's a willing passer and does a nice job.
Have you guys noticed a sense of urgency among your players since coming back from Christmas at all?
I wouldn't call it a sense of urgency. I think the guys understand we've got to play better. I think our practices have been a little bit more lively. I think our focus at times has been good. And toward the end of practice, you saw where it wasn't very good. We made a lot of mistakes there. So, we're just going to have to continue to get better. And, I told the guys our guaranteed games, we're guaranteed 32, 16 of them are done. And so we're halfway through, and we're going to have to get better. It's January 10th, and we can't make the same mistakes we were making in December. Got to get better. So that translates to a sense of urgency. I'm not sure they picked up on that, but that was what I was saying.
Seems like your team has really just responded after some tough losses. Do you think now, getting some players back, that is going to help with your team's consistency?
It'll definitely help. We've got better ball handlers with the guys coming in. Keyshawn and Jermaine. You saw the impact Jermaine had on the road swing. He was the one bright spot in Colorado. He played good, and he graded out well against Colorado, and he really made a big difference in the Utah game. So getting him back has been really good. He's only played in 2 games, so we've got to keep kind of breaking him in. But getting Keyshawn back will give us another ball handler. Turnovers have been a problem for us. So I would hope that getting a couple ball handlers there would help us in that regard. And the guys have just played too many minutes. We've had some games where Quincy's played, 37, 38. Waldo's played 37, 38. Will's played 40 a number of times. And I don't think you can give it everything you have, playing that many minutes. So like to get Will at 35, Quincy, down a little bit, get some guys some more activity. And I think those guys, getting healthy helps us do that. Nate getting healthy, Jermaine getting healthy. If we can get Keyshawn back, gives us an opportunity to play 9 or 10, 11 guys and work some things around.
You've seen this program have great success. Do you feel like that's kind of out of the picture this season, or what is your expectation? Kind of going.
My expectation is to get better. If we get better, we can make some things happen. Goes day to day. I don't want the guys looking ahead. We got one objective: play the best we can on Thursday night. Then we worry about the next one on Friday. And we've got to get better, though. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt that what we're doing now is not good enough, and we've got to make it progress every day in practice.
Where does Nate's return just help the most for you guys right now?
It just gives us a chance to, break some Quincy, give him a break. He's got to get better defensively. Offensively, he handles it a little better than some of our other guys, our other bigs. So he gives us a ball handler there. But he's got to get better on the defensive end.
World's biggest Nevada fan for the next 8 weeks, Dana? Because of the Q1 aspect of things?
You're trying to give me more things to think about. No, I worry about one team, trying to figure out how we get better. So what can you control? I always told the guys, worry about what they can control. Don't worry about things you can't control. So that's what we've got to do as a team. Just rebound the ball, which we can do. Get a lot better defensively. Quit turning the darn thing over. And eventually we got to hit some shots. We're a better shooting team than what we showed. We've shown sometimes in practice. We just got to start hitting some shots.
What's the number you're in an ideal world? If clearly 21% is not it.
You
So,
think?
yeah. So what's the
Wow.
number? What's the number that you think you're actually capable of? Is it 31?
We would like to get mid-30s would be great for this team and where we're at now. So we've had teams that have really made a jump as the season's progressed. So Will's a better shooter. Maybe some guys can make Will some more shots. We can get him some more threes. We want him to be aggressive. Quincy's shooting a little better now. I think he's up to 36. So 35, 36, something like that. So, we just got to get the right people shooting them, get them on balance. But we do have to shoot the ball better. And we got to shoot it better from the free throw line. We could have stayed in the Colorado game, hitting a few free throws, the first half. And even as poorly as we were playing, just stay in the game. And we didn't hit free throws. So, got to shoot the ball better, but there are a lot of things involved. Rebounding, getting some good opportunities there, some putbacks like we did the other day. Transition, maybe with a few more guys, we can get that floor open a little bit more and get down a little bit. So a lot of factors in it. We haven't been able to play very fast. We haven't been able to get as many turnovers. A big factor the other night is we got 20 points off turnovers, which we haven't been getting. And I think the added depth have helped there. So a lot of factors involved, but shooting the ball, hitting free throws would definitely help our ball club.
What do you think of Jackson Shelsted's just growth this year? You were at the LSI a couple weeks ago, just his play.
I'm really impressed with what he's doing, and he's grown each year because he works so hard. He's in the gym. He's working on his body all the time. He wants to be a baller, and so I'm looking forward to working with him, and I think he's going to be a nice addition. I'm excited about the guys we've got coming in. They're all playing pretty good, but we got a lot of things to worry about this year before we worry about that. But to answer your question, Jackson's a really good player, and I look forward to working with him. All right.